Hey guys, just finished watching Avengers Endgame for the third time now in theaters, and what an amazing movie. This movie has made already $2,188,000,000. It has now made more money worldwide than the Titanic. It is the second highest grossing movie of all time. The only one left is Avatar. It is $700 million away from beating Avatar. And when it does pass Avatar, which it will, it's only the end of the second weekend now, and when it does that, it will have made more money, it'll make more than half of what the entire DCEU has made. And DCEU has made just over $5 billion. So once it passes 2.7 and gets to $2.8 billion, it will have made more than half of the DCEU. So I think that is really going to be interesting to see, and it's definitely going to be doing that. So this movie, watching it the third time, it was really, really interesting. You know, a little long the third time and stuff, probably because I saw it so close. I mean, I saw it Thursday, and then I saw it Sunday, and then I saw it this Sunday again, so I saw it like literally a week after I saw the second time. So yes, the third time a little long and stuff, perfect for me. But I mean, otherwise, still a great moment when it gets to the end and stuff. Things just start going, and the emotions once you've seen the movie and you start to see the things coming, the emotions are really there. And so yeah, this movie was really, really great. And even the third time, the emotions hit me again, and I really, really loved it. And all the moments are perfect, and I definitely can't wait to follow the young actress who plays, I guess, spoiler alert from this point on, so I'll be right in there, but young actress who plays Morgan Stark is definitely going to be interesting to follow her, because those lines, "I love you 3000," are going to haunt her for the rest of her life, and they're going to stick with her forever. Those lines in a cheeseburger type thing is just so perfect, especially that line with the cheeseburger line. It is such a perfect line, you know, because it's who says it. It's Happy Hogan, you know, who's obviously in the first one, the director of Jon Favreau, the director of the first Iron Man, getting that line. I mean, and that interaction with Tony's daughter. I mean, it is just perfect movie. Having said that, I love the movie. I'm excited. I'm happy with it. Am disappointed that it is the end of Iron Man. You know, even my father just can't. Even this, it was the second time watching it. My father, he watched already his second time, my third time, but he still cannot get over that it's the end of Captain America and Iron Man, and that's something that he's just not going to be able to get over. He needs more of that. I mean, he grew up in a time in the 70s where he was reading, you know, Captain America and Iron Man, and those are the ones he knows. He's not really too familiar with, you know, Captain Marvel, Black Panther, Doctor Strange. He knew, he was obviously from that time and stuff, but you know, those characters who were created after he was really reading them as a kid, you know, he's not really ready to get into those. He wants more of the Iron Man and Captain America, and I could see that, you know, with him. You know, it's just not done with those things. So I think it's going to be interesting to see as to where things go with this. But since they set up time travel, they can always, you know, in Avengers 15, Avengers 10, or whatever, bring in Robert Downey Jr. back when he's 80 or 60 or something, because the Iron Man costume is not really much to do. All it takes is, you know, Robert to just stand there, put on, you know, maybe a couple of shots with the mask open and the helmet off, and the rest put the helmet down, and then, you know, you have CGI the whole costume, right? He doesn't need to do any stunts, so he can keep doing this role or come back to this role when in 40 years from now or 30 years from now. So I think that could be something interesting to see later on down the line, but we'll have to wait and see as to where things go by then. So it's definitely going to be quite interesting to see as to where things go with this, see how things kind of affect Spider-Man and stuff when things come out for that. I'm definitely excited to see this and to follow the box office records for this as this nears to become. It's the second highest grossing movie of all time, and 9th place for domestic box office of all time. So I think that's definitely going to be quite interesting to see as to where things go with this. So, and the one thing also I needed to talk about here was that the Stan Lee cameo. It was okay. It just pisses me off that there was no interaction with any of the characters, no interaction with there. 2, why was he not at the funeral at the end of the movie? Or 3, the big one is Why was he not? He never picked up Mjolnir, Stormbreaker, Cap Shield, none of these. 10 years worth of movies, Stan Lee cameos, and you never had him pick up Stormbreaker, Mjolnir, or Cap Shield. I would have loved to have seen a shot where Cap gets knocked down, the hammer goes somewhere, the shield goes somewhere, and then Stan Lee picks up both of them, hands it to them. Or when everyone shows up to help them, and Falcon goes, on your left, and they all come out the portal. Stan Lee, in one of his many appearances, could have been in the spacesuit from Guardians 2 as the Watcher's informant, handing Cap back Thor's hammer type thing. That would have been an amazing shot, an amazing moment, him interacting with those characters and being on that set with that huge moment. That would have been the perfect moment to have it. Or another moment which would have been perfect. That would have been the one I would love to see him during that big battle with everyone. See Stan Lee there. That's the place I would have liked to see him. So, or they could have had him at the end, during Stark's funeral. That would have been really interesting. Maybe he's giving an emotional speech or something like that to Stark stuff. Instead of having Tony Stark, with that message and stuff, he could have written it down and have Stan Lee say that message. I think that could have been really an interesting idea, doing that instead of having the hologram thing. But I think it was just. I just think Stan Lee's cameo, it was okay, it was pretty fun, but it was just kind of a forgetful cameo and not a good enough cameo. So fingers crossed that there is one in Far From Home, because there's mixed signals on whether or not, mixed stories, whether or not he has one in there. So we'll have to wait and see, but hopefully they find a way to do that. And it also pisses me off that they didn't use the Captain Marvel logo, Marvel Studios logo, for this one, the one that was full of Stan Lee. Why did they not put this one in front of this? Because, yeah, Captain Marvel made $1 billion. This one made $2 billion, and way more people have seen it. And this is the one where everyone needs to know about Stan Lee and how that tribute needs to be on this one. So, yeah, that's what pisses me off for this movie. But for what it is, I'm really excited. I can't wait to see it again. So we'll have to wait and see if I end up seeing it again next weekend, just because it's Comic-Con for me. But I'll probably be seeing it, at least, if I don't end up seeing it next weekend, I'll probably be seeing it the weekend after again. So I'll be doing another review for that. So let me know what you think, guys, about this movie. How many times have you seen it? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.